I always liked government, I always loved history and government. I've always felt that you have to do something for your community. I guess the circle of life comes around because I was always involved, and now I am in that political life. But I just want to know that I have been able to touch someone's life for the better. If I touched somebody's life, just one person, I think that's the greatest accomplishment. I'm from Long Beach Island. I lived on Brant Beach my entire life. I've seen it in so many different ways. As a child growing up, I've seen the building, I've seen storms. It's really my life. When some people say, what can you be identified by? It's Long Beach Island. I had a wonderful childhood. I have 2 older brothers. I was the youngest and the only girl in the family. We were lucky. Very, very fortunate that we had a great family. My father was a doctor, he was a fireman, went to medical school, and then Pearl Harbor came and he went to the Navy, married my mom, and he always loved the seashore. And when he was released from the Navy, he came down to Long Beach Island. There was one other doctor there who had asked him to help in the summer, and he stayed, and Dr. Dodd said, Doc, why don't you stay and we'll take care of the island. My mom stayed home, took care of my 2 older brothers and myself. She was a city girl, always said, I want to leave, but she got sand in her shoes real quick. She would never leave. But as I said, we had a great family. They were always very strong with values, responsibility, accountability, and we were blessed that we were able to carry on these values. I was a Girl Scout, the boys were Boy Scouts, I was involved in our church, we all were very involved. I'm still involved in the community, and you can see it has enhanced my a political career. I graduated Southern Regional, and then I went on to Cabrini College in Pennsylvania. I was involved in social science, political science, and then eventually I did my student teaching. I came back and I started teaching at Southern Regional High School, my alma mater, and I taught there for over 32 years. And I loved every minute of it. I taught world history in the beginning, American history, government, sociology, cultural anthropology. I had a variety of things. But I just didn't teach. I was very involved with the students at Southern. I was class advisor, I was the interact advisor. Again, I learned to be involved in the community. I was able to get my students to be involved too. There's a great interaction that you have between the students, not just in classroom, but when you work and get involved in community activities and other activities. It's a real rapport you have with them. And it's a rapport that I have to this day. A man who was a very strong man in Ocean County called Jim Mancini. He was mayor for like 40-some years. He is the one who really got me involved politically as an elected figure. He was my mentor, I guess. He was always there, prodding me, pushing me. He was quite a man. He must have seen something in me that I didn't see. And when he passed away in 2003, the Commission Form of Government appointed me, and then we had an election in 2004. I won and I became mayor, and then there was an opening in the assembly of the 9th District, and then I kind of was asked, and I didn't stop to think. I said, nope, I'm going to try it. And that's the rest of the story. It just fell into place, so to speak. I never really looked for it. The first time I was in an election was 1985, and my superintendent, Dr. Derry at the time, said, when you go into that voting booth and you see your name there, it's going to be, when I did go that first time and saw DiAnne Gove for commissioner, it was exhilarating. It was, oh my gosh, is this really happening? Well, the same thing when I got into the assembly. When I was sworn in that day, I just said, oh, I wish my parents were here. It was pinch me type of thing. Like, really, is this really happening? My college roommate was there, and actually 2 of my former students were there. So it was exciting. What do I want to see before I leave? I really hope we can get things more for our vets and our seniors to help them have a better quality of life. I have this feeling to help vets, not just because of my dad, but many of my students went on to the military. You need to help those people who are fighting for our freedom and democracy. So I want to see more veterans issues, but also we need to really help our senior citizens. I was my mom's caregiver for so many years. And as I came onto the assembly, I brought that too. I was on the Alzheimer's task force. Some elected officials are losing sight of who they are working for. It's not yourself. I'm not working for myself. I'm working for the constituents, not just the constituents of the 9th District, but for all of New Jersey. It's all about them, not DiAnne Gove. When I was mayor, when first putting up handicap ramps to get to the beach, people loved it. That's what an accomplishment is. It's not me, it's just touching somebody's life. To give back to the community, and it's just something that we grew up to do. It's my heart, it's my soul, it's my life.